A stereo amplifier is the beating heart of any hi-fi separates system, the component that necessarily amplifies the audio signals from your source CD player, turntable, music streamer, etc. to an output that your passive speakers can deliver. Quite simply, without an amplifier, you simply don't get a sound. In this video, we're counting down the top 5 best stereo amplifiers you can buy right now, from budget-friendly powerhouses to high-end amps that deliver audiophile-grade performance. We've done the research, compared specs, and listened closely so you don't have to. Links to the most recent prices for additional product information are given in the description box below. So, whether you're into vinyl, streaming, or just want your music to sound amazing, stick around, because your next great amplifier might just be on this list.
This video is presented you by Trusty Picks.
Number 5. Cyrus 40 Amp. Cyrus's new 40 series marks a new beginning for the brand, giving it a fresh, forward-looking range of products for the first time in years, and the integrated amplifier within it has certainly made an impression on our expert reviews team. Firstly, the 40 amp, like the 40 Stones streamer and 40 Candelas player in the range, swaps out the brand's traditional casework for one that looks refreshingly clean and modern to our eyes. It is made of brushed anodized aluminium and has a glass front, albeit keeping the half-width dimensions Cyrus has always preferred. It's fully furnished with many of the connections you'd expect on an amplifier of this day and age, including USB, optical, and phono. And there's even an HDMI eARC for those who want to integrate this amplifier into a stereo AV system. It's decently powered amplifier for its size, too. Its sound quality is the star of the show, though. It's unusually clear and articulate, and a composed and stable performer that feels firmly in control regardless of the music being played. That doesn't mean it sounds sterile. Anything but. Tonally, this amplifier is a little forward in nature, but doesn't go so far as to skew tonality or sound aggressive. It is essentially neutral and refined, balancing analysis and enjoyment better than pretty much any alternative we have heard at this level, notes our 40 amp review. What's more, the 40 amps digital section is excellent. Regardless of input, it is expressive and retains all the dynamic and rhythmic skills we hear from the analog line stages. Number 4. Rega Elex MK4. Revealing and faithful, it's sonically capable in ways far beyond our expectations at this mid-tier price point. The elegant, confident way it delivers music is very rare at this level. As our expert reviews team noted in our Elex MK4 review, we struggle to focus on particular strands or frequencies to critique, and instead are content listening to track after track and marveling at how the Rega turns its hand to every song. It simply doesn't impose itself on the music. That's a huge accomplishment in its own right. At this price, it's the most entertaining amplifier we've heard, lively, full-bodied, and with tip-top timing that truly underpins rhythms. The addition of digital inputs at last, and a headphone port is a great step in the right direction too, particularly given their good quality, giving customers more flexibility in how they listen to this terrific amp. If you take the time to partner it carefully, we'd avoid any bright or forward-sounding kit as a rule, pairing it with speakers with more richness to the tone, like the KEF LS50 Meta or Wharfedale Linton, will give the sound more body and weight. This stereo amplifier will work wonders. If you can stretch your budget further, Rega's Illicit MK5 is a similar but superior sounding proposition that will set you back a bit more, a great and slightly more affordable alternative to the 9 Texas 3 below. Number 3. Arcam A5. Arcam's once dominant presence in the affordable stereo component market definitely waned in recent years, leaving the likes of Cambridge Audio, Marantz, and Rega to take bigger pieces of the pie. Cambridge Audio's CXA61 sat in this very spot on this list for many years, in fact. That it no longer does tells you a lot about how good Arcam's new A5 is. Like its next level up A15 sibling at the top of this list, the A5 is a stonkingly good stereo amp for the money. It may be the most affordable amplifier in the all-new Rega range, yet it perfectly encapsulates what the company is trying to do. To our eyes, this is a fresh and modern-looking product, and to our ears, it is just as attractive. An amplifier at this price point is as likely to be partnered with budget kit as it is more premium offerings, so it has to be forgiving. Enough not to emphasize the shortcomings of more limited partnering equipment. yet still have the insight and transparency to make the most of more capable partners. As our reviews team was pleased to report, the A5 manages this balancing act superbly. It has a sweet nature that, while full-bodied and smooth, never airs far enough to rob the life from the music, reads our A5 review. It's controlled and remains composed even when the music gets dense, and lows are pleasingly well-defined, authoritative, and agile. Turntable owners will be pleased to read that the phono stage is a good one, clear and expressive, while the DAC stage feeding the coaxial and optical inputs is of similar satisfying quality. Partner the Arcam with suitably capable sources and speakers, and it will invariably deliver musical and enjoyable results. It has been many years since we've heard such a convincing stereo amplifier from Arcam. If you are thinking of buying at this level, this one has to go at the top of your shortlist. Number 2. Rotel A8. The new budget class leader reminds us of Rotel's excellent, award-winning budget models from the early 2000s, combining excellent build quality with a sonic performance that sets the benchmark at this modest price point. Let's get one thing out of the way. The A8 doesn't offer Bluetooth or digital inputs, sticking simply to line-level inputs and an M&M phono for connecting a turntable. We don't think that's the end of the world though, particularly as the DAC module inside a half-decent budget streamer or CD player tends to outperform those inside budget amplifiers anyway. Sure, Bluetooth would have been nice, but you can easily cover that base either with a music streamer or an affordable Bluetooth receiver. Elsewhere, the Rotel does everything right. The Marantz PM6007 it surpasses may sound more spacious and fluid, but the A8 offers greater insight and is all the more compelling for being able to dig up finer details. As our expert reviewers noted in our A8 review, this is an amplifier that just fades into the background, letting the recording and the other components in the system step into the limelight. If you are looking for a standout budget amplifier, ignore this one at your peril. Number 1. Arcam A15. The middle sitter in a range of 3, the A15 has this powerful, precise, and poised character regardless of the input chosen. Arcam was one of the pioneers of outboard digital to analog converters back in the 80s, and that experience shines through in the performance of the A15's digital section. Our in-house reviewers note in our A15 review, it is crisp, insightful, and engaging. We are also impressed by the scale of the sound. Stereo imaging is expansive, stable, and nicely layered, we wrote, as well as how it handles music's savage dynamics. There is no shortage of punch and power, but this is no muscle-bound thug. The A15 is insightful and subtle, able to track multitudes of instrumental strands with skill. Once we had heard how good Arcam's entry-level A5 below sounded, we were a little worried for the A15, but we needn't have been. It is clearly better than its talented sibling, delivering a sound of greater clarity, scale, and precision that justifies its extra price tag and represents a logical step up. Better yet, there's a moving magnet phono stage built in, which is something its closest rival, the Cambridge Audio CXA81, formerly found in this very spot, doesn't offer, and nor does its brand new replacement, the CXA81 MKII. The new and old Cambridge model does reply with a USB input though, so if that's important to you, then consider it a recommendable alternative. Otherwise, make sure you give the A15 a listen. If it falls within your budget, we haven't heard a better sounding alternative for the money. This concludes our ranking of the top stereo amplifiers. If you find this video to be useful, kindly press the thumbs up button. Which one are you going to pick? Fill out the space below with your thoughts. For your time, I'm grateful. Please like and subscribe to our channel if you found this video to be helpful in any way, so you won't miss any upcoming stuff. Whoever got this far, when the next video comes out, I want to see you there.